well, this is something that I just found out a few minutes ago. This is the demo for Starship Iwamachi, and this is from our favorite Japanese indie dev, Mukago Software Development, maker of the Undead Syndrome, the Undead Syndrome 2, Close Your Eyes, all the hits. This is new. It came out this month. You can go to Mukago Software's website and download this demo. I think that the full version is available for purchase on DL site, that's where you can buy all of Mukago Software's quality products. Now, unfortunately, like with Close Your Eyes, there is no English translation of this, I do not believe. We can go to key config. Hold on. Key config? There we go. Well, at least that is in English there. But it appears to me that hold on. There we go. It appears to me that the dialogue in this game is all Japanese. We're just gonna try out the demo and see what it's like. And I want to know if Mukago Software has improved at all. I just want to know. We're gonna find out together. All right. You see, that was a pleasant sound effect. I mean, the sound we've been hearing in the back has not been pleasant. But that sound, when I went to the screen, was okay. Well, there are 4 buttons, A, B, X, Y, and Start. This is using the Xbox controller, as all of Mukago Software's games are made to use. Let's begin a game. Can you believe that's actually worse? That's actually worse than the Undead Syndrome. It has to be deliberate. What am I picking from? I can check one thing from this list. What is the thing I am checking? I don't know. Alright, here we go. There we go. That's our character. We are an astronaut. We're looking... I guess we're communicating with someone. We're an astronaut. We have a gun. There is an escape pod. From what I saw in the video on Mukago Software's site, I think we have to find survivors and get them to the pods. Mission start. Oh, yeah. Quality. Look, it's not really a frame rate unless you can count the frames. Alright, let's see what these buttons... Oh, I went to a first-person mode for a second there. Let's see, I can jump. Duck, I think. Beacon. A map. Aim and shoot. There we go. I don't actually know why I'm bending down like that. Oh, there we go. Do a little exercising. There we go. Do I hear footsteps of something coming this way? I don't know what any of this is. There's quite a few things to have to keep track of, I guess, in terms of stats and such. I think those are the monsters. We got monsters. I don't know if that dust cloud can hurt me. I have a time limit. I don't know if that has to do with like the demo time limit, or does that have to do with like any like stats? Okay, my top thing is level 3. Oh yeah, look at these tentacles hanging down. Don't know if they'll actually hurt me or anything. Alright, I'm level 4 on my first thing. Oh no, I got hurt by by this maybe? Was it that? Can't seem to get my gun out. Okay, that's over. Now I can get my gun out. I have a heat meter, so I just don't want to keep shooting rapid fire. The navigation system. selected. I feel that this game so far doesn't seem like it's going for the deep narrative of close your eyes. Not much story or dialogue so far. Maybe that changes. I already killed these two. I'm just leveling up all the... Is that music? No, was that like a monster sound? Can I shoot like the tentacles? Okay, I can. Have to shoot him at the roots. Oh, game over. I died. What if I check that? All right, we got our cutscene. Gotta kill the monsters, find survivors. How many survivors can I rescue in a half an hour? Gotta be careful. Gotta keep track of my surroundings and not run into monsters that can kill me extremely quickly, it would seem. Now, as far as what Beacon 1 does, what navigation system does, pressing a button to select, I do not know. I don't know what any of these do. What are these things on the floor? These, like, arrows. Should I follow them? Oh, yeah, yep. I was about to say, oh, am I not dead? Am I teleporting? I was about to say, I thought I heard something. I didn't die. I teleported? I don't... So many of these. I mean, this game has a lot of everything. Just like anything this game has, it has a lot of it. Oh. Oh. Is this why the frame rate's so bad? Fully destructible environments. Okay, I take back what I said. Clearly, Mukago Software Development is honing their craft. Okay. There we go. Alright, well, they can kill me instantly, but I can also kill them instantly. Which creates a very tense situation. I heard a teleporting sound. Someone teleported somewhere. Oh no, game over. Oh no. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason for where they appear. But hey, we discovered something. We can shoot through walls. Not floors. Only walls. Is there a reason to do that? Can we find things by destroying the walls that we would not have been able to get normally? Still don't know what this does. Well, at the very least, one thing I could do is shoot enemies through walls. And they wouldn't be able to walk through this. Unless I do this. What is it? Is there like something around? Why are you making this sound game? What is the meaning of the sound? Maybe if we destroy enough of the space station, the frame rate will get better. Headshot! Thank you for telling me that my aiming is good, and I got a headshot, and I got more points for that. I wonder if there's a reason for points. You just want to get the high score? Can they hurt you? I don't think I've been hurt by them so far, but they're above me. If they were low enough to touch me, would they hurt me? I mean, probably yes. many there are. There doesn't need to be this many. A lower level. I don't know if like a monster is going to turn the corner at any time and just kill me instantly. Oh, this is an escape pod, I believe. If we find any survivors, we have not found any yet, then we would bring them to the pods. There is a map. I don't know if the map helps. Oh, someone teleported. Who is that? There you go. Monster design that only Mukago Software Development can bring to us. That's the dead monster. That monster's still dead. I stepped on something. I can't use my gun while I'm in this state. Fortunately, the state does not last too long. But I mean, if there was a monster that was right here, then it would be long enough. I still don't know what this is. I still don't know what that is. Alright, I heard that. Oh, there's a poison thing there. As long as no monsters show up, it should be fine. Alright, I guess this must be an outer wall. Yeah, it is. My gun overheated. So I don't have any ammo. You know, I have unlimited ammo. Ah! Out of nowhere! Out of nowhere. Well... Jesus. Did I make any progress at all? Probably not, so I don't know if it matters if I die. So, does the layout change from game to game? Is this a roguelike? The arrows. What do the arrows mean? Like, if I'm standing here, looking at where the arrow's pointing on the map, does that tell me anything? I don't know. See, if we destroy every wall, then we'll be able to see the monsters coming. That's how it'll work. So, like, well, someone teleported. I'm just looking from left to right, just looking all around to see where the monster is, because I heard it teleport. So you know it's walking around here. And everything kills us in one... Yeah, there it was again. Everything kills us in one hit. Okay, so let's look at this arrow here. Like, let's say if we followed the arrows. Let's say if we did that. Oh, mission failed with no E. F-A-I-L-D. My mission failed. I wonder why the mission failed. I'm very curious to know about what the fail state of the mission was. Alright, this seems to be pointing at this. Oh, yeah. But I just interacted with the terminal, but that seems like what the arrows are pointing to. Maybe the arrows are just pointing to the closest terminal. Being shot at. Okay, there's a survivor. That's what I failed. That's probably why I failed, because she's dead. Alright, so I would have had to have found her before she died. So she was here. So if I happen to have come here before she was killed, I guess I could have found her and escorted her to an escape pod, is I guess what it was that we had to do. None of my buttons are doing anything now at that terminal. I would like to know. Oh. I would like to know if the sounds that we're hearing represent anything. Hey, my level went up to level 2. I can save a data. We're hearing so many sounds. And like, there's one sound I'm able to recognize as meaning something, and that is when we hear a teleport. We know that the monster has teleported in. So we know that. Any other sounds that we're hearing here, no idea. Okay, so these stairs going down, these are escape pods. So we're starting off, like, in the corner of the map here, where there are a number of pods ready to go, waiting for survivors. And then, like we hear this sound? What is the sound? They'll get you! They'll get you! Okay, so there are 2 mission starts. Are we looking for 2 survivors? Okay, so when I pressed that button to turn it on, then arrows appeared. Arrows appeared. Let's try to figure this out logically, as I'm sure this game follows its own logic. So arrows appeared. We're going to shoot holes in the walls until we get to where the arrows are pointing. And I don't know what any of these options are. I still do not. But let's continue with the idea. With the idea we had that we have to find one of the terminals, turn it on, and then after that, arrows appear. We follow arrows. So beacon 1 is selected. Okay, saying this way and this way. Oh. Beacon 1 was on the floor. I heard a teleport. I don't see anyone. Okay, arrows appear. Okay, there are aliens over there. Anything behind me? Anything to the left? Doesn't look like it. Anything else around? No? Oh, I destroyed some stairs. Let's fix that. Oh, more there's another one. Okay, so there are no arrows on the floor here. Now there's an arrow that... He got me. He got me. Let's start again. Find a terminal. There are other options here that I could level up. Like, what is this? See and hear? Can I level up my sight and my hearing? I'll try that. What will that do for me? Okay, arrow pointing this way. I can only hope upgrading my hearing will make the sounds worse. over there, over there. Don't see any arrows on the floor in this section. Yes? Is someone around? Yep, someone's around. Someone was around. We gotta at least find one survivor. Not saying we have to be able to save them. Gotta at least get to the point where we find one. I'm encountering a bunch of enemies right off the bat. I think that guy's dead. Pretty sure. As long as no enemies approach right now. Someone teleported in. Don't know where. But it says I have to go this way. Or does it say I have to go this way? Well, I don't know if I have to follow the arrows. I'm doing it because I still don't really know what the arrows mean. I do like how when you kill the orange guy, there is a recycled sound effect from the Undead Syndrome. Spider. I just destroyed some okay, there we go. Destroyed some stairs, that's fine. Still don't know what those do. I'm leveling something up. Is it helping me? I don't know. Alright. Who's teleporting? The arrow points the other way now. Okay, that's me putting those down. Okay, I've maxed out my eyes and ears, whatever that might do. Saw the orange guy over there. Oh, the survivor! Survivor! A hug. I hope we can't be killed while this is happening. I hope the enemies are not still moving around while we're doing this. I got bonus points. Mission complete! Okay, second mission start. Second mission, I assume, is to get her to the escape pod. Yeah. Oh yeah, the arrows are pointing at her. So I mean, that answers that question. We have to get back to... where we started, because that's where the escape pods were. Headshot! These stairs are partially destroyed. But hold on. Is a pod down here? Or maybe this is empty. I think this... Okay. I think that's where an escape pod... That's what it looks like, but I think that particular one does not have a pod in it. Okay, she did not die. So maybe she can't die? I hope she can't. Nothing there. The spider got me. The spider got me. It's you know, you never see the spider coming, but I did level up to 4. I leveled up to 4. Still don't know what any of these options mean. You know, one thing I will give to Mukago Software Development is that... Oh, I'm jumping. One thing I will give to Mukago Software Development is... Their games do feel like games that maybe you feel like you're not sure if they happened. You're not sure if there were you just dreamed them. Like, did that actually exist? Was that a game that I played at some point and you're not sure? And you can't find it on the internet and no one knows what you're talking about. It's like how all the creepypastas begin with people talking about how they played this game when they were a little kid and they don't remember much of it, and they tried describing it to people, but no one knows what it is. It's like, that's this. That's these games. A spider. Mission failed! We saw the survivor get killed right in front of us! If the mission has failed, I mean, you don't automatically die. Is there a reason to keep going if mission is failed? So I wonder if there's only one escape bay that actually has a pod in it. Game over. So maybe the first priority should actually be to check out these escape bays to see if we can find the one that has an actual pod in it. These two don't. This one doesn't. This one does not. This one does not. Neither does this one. None here. I see. I see. Got me with the old stairs ambush. Well, there wasn't one in that bay either. Yep, that's the pod. We can see it right there. That's what we have to find. Like, say, the way there isn't one in this one. Neither this one. Yep. Putting the beacon down and opening the treasure chest is it's the same button. They're both Y. It's both the Y button. Not one in here either. in here. No pod to be found here either. It's just that moment when I realize that I'm dead before it actually happens. It's just like an instant, oh. It's like there's an enemy right there. Alright, well, I guess... I don't know if you can get lucky and just happen to start right by the pod. I don't know if that's possible. But if it's not, then you're going to have to go all around the station to try to find the one remaining. Let's just, I guess, let's try to find the survivor. Considering that we do have a time limit on that. Once we do find the survivor, then it seems like, I don't know if it's the case, but it seemed like she couldn't actually die when she was with us. Of course, we can die. We can die very easily. Extremely easily, even. Just hearing the sound of teleporting. Backing it on up. One of those, yeah. All right, well. Keep following these arrows. Oh, mission failed. Well, might as well just get ourselves killed then. Yep, she was right here. It doesn't seem like the... Well, yeah, it doesn't seem like those tentacles hurt you. The spider got me there. I guess there must have been something behind me. Trying to open this? Can I? Oh, okay. Survivor. Survivor. Survivor is there. Survivor is alive. Time for hugs. Got bonus points, 20,000. Alright, so now we have to look at our map and try to figure out where we might be able to find escape pods. sneak up on you. They do sneak up on you. I went up to level 5. I went up to level 5 that time. It's level 5. My progress is incredible. What does level 5 mean? I don't know what that means. How do the levels help anything? I'm not sure if help is... I'm not sure if anything is helping. Game over. This is game over. Well, maybe that's going to be enough for... I don't remember what it's called. Starship Iwamachi, that's it. Starship Iwamachi is the name of this game. This is apparently the demo, which makes me wonder, what's the full game? I took a look at the screenshots, and the screenshots don't look any different than what we've been seeing here. So I have to wonder, what else is there? Is it just this, but maybe different levels? I don't know. But I mean, at the very least, it seems that we figured out what's supposed to happen in this game. You use the consoles to make the arrows on the floor point towards the survivor. You find the survivor, blowing your way through walls if necessary. You're listening for audio cues for enemies to come in, like you hear music that plays if an enemy's in proximity. There's a particular sound effect you hear if an enemy teleports close to you. You have to find the survivor before she's killed by enemies. And once you find her, you get a hug. Aw. And then you have to find the one particular escape pod. The one escape bay that actually has a pod in it. Which one is that? You're gonna have to use the map to look at the bays, locate the bays on the map, visit them to find that pod. I was not able to find a pod. I could not find it. I guess if you did find the pod on your way to the survivor, you could drop one of your beacons, because you're holding some beacons that you can put down, and and then you go to the terminal and then have the arrows point towards the beacons. You could do that. So if you found the escape pod, you could have put the beacon down and then have the terminal point towards that, so then when you get the survivor, then you can be walking, you can follow the arrows back to the escape pod. You could do that, but I was not able to find the escape pod. So this... I'm on level 5. This has been Starship Iwamachi trial version. High is 22,335. So you then you die a lot. You kill the enemies quickly, but they kill you quickly too. And it's hard. It's easy to get snuck up on by them enemies. What happens if you complete the mission? I guess another mission. Probably. I'm gonna guess. I feel weird about how we've seen a number of this developer's games since the Undead Syndrome. That was some years ago. When did the Undead Syndrome come out? Maybe 2013? Was it 2013? It might have been. I think it was. So we're 8 years later, and here's the new game by that developer, and they have a consistent style, don't they? They know what they're going for, and I would just love to know what... I would love to see, like, an interview or something with Mukago Software Development. And I would like them to explain themselves. I would like to know what their creative process is like. It would be fascinating for me to know that. How do they find the most terrible sounds on the planet Earth? How do they find these and condense them into a video game? Maybe that's why it took so many years for them to make a new game, because they have to curate only the absolute worst oral experiences for your hearing pleasure in their video games. This is Starship Iwamachi, and, you know, even though the world may change, even though it seems like we're in a death spiral with which there is no escape, it can be comforting at times to know that there are constants in this world. And maybe the Starship Iwamachi, maybe Mukago Software Development, maybe that's a constant that we can hold on to and say, no matter how bad things get, at least Mukago Software Development is still out there, and they're still making these horrible, horrible video games. And maybe that's something we can all believe in. Let's go to the points. What points did this game get? How immoral is it? You know, it's not immoral at all. You're a big hero. There's no immorality here. Like, you're trying to save the survivors. I don't see what's immoral about this. Suspense, extremely... Expense, like, it says, actually, you have... Let me just put an enter there. Like, you have no idea. This is Anxiety the game. This is a living panic attack. The Starship Iwamachi. Erotic. Well, you do get big hugs. There's that. Big starship hugs. That's in the future. Future hugs better than present or past hugs, as we know. So I guess those are the points we're giving to the Starship Iwamachi. Do you want to play this? It's available on Mukago Software's store on DL site, because that's where they sell their games. Hold on a second. Let me just pull something up real quick. Well, if you want to know the well, hold on. Their actual website. Let's see, Mukago mukago.game.coocan.jp, mukago.game.coocan.jp, and there's a link on there for the Starship Iwamachi. It says updated November the 7th, 2021. And as you saw it was completely delightful. There's a lot of Japanese text. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can just run an auto-translate. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on, I'm sorry. I know it's kind of the equivalent of giving up, but I do kind of have to just maybe mute the game. Just mute it. It's ringing through my skull. I'm gonna have to turn. Okay, my phone is doing an English translate on this page. Apparently, there's a story. Ahem. Earth Government Frame of Reference 2658. In 2658, a large-scale assault by an unknown parasite occurred at the Space Federation base built on the dwarf planet Makemake. In addition, the non-intellectual... Wasn't Makemake in Close Your Eyes? Is this like the Mukago Software Development sci-fi universe? In addition, the non-intellectual alien Aku, which has been established in Makemake for a long time, invades the base. It was a situation that caused many casualties. 4 days later, the Earth government announced the exact number of Earthling casualties and missing persons: 75 dead, 238 serious, mutantized, 83 missing. And among the victims, Harold Hiranishi, who was the director of the lab at the 901st base, was established to a Kentari as a candidate for Dust of Douglas. Yeah, I remember that. Remember Dust for Douglas, inheriting his DNA. The world was saddened when it was reported that 2 people, Melissa Hume, who had been decided to be included, were... Hold on, I just have to read this sentence again. The world was saddened when it was reported that 2 people, Melissa Hume, who had been decided to be included, were included. In this attack, only 5 Earthlings survived without mutation. Okay, so Melissa, I believe that was the protagonist in Close Your Eyes. Was that the woman that we were rescuing? Because it seemed like maybe it was the same character model, but... that doesn't really mean anything when it comes to Mukago Software Development. It's a character model they like to use. I don't know if it's meant to be the same character. The mysterious part of the attack was the discovery of multiple bullet holes in the 12 bodies of the victims. Base 901 prohibits the bringing of firearms. The only exception is the rescue team, but the guns they carry are energy bullets, which do not match the bullet holes in the bodies. Not surprisingly, none of the survivors had hidden firearms, nor were they found by the victims. In this regard, the Earth government has announced that it was attributed to the mastermind of the assault. However, it is denied that of the Space Federation. From the time of the incident to the arrival of the rescue team, a third party with a gun is likely to have infiltrated Makemake. The results of the investigation were announced. 10 days after the incident, good news arrives that all 238 people who were seriously ill are recovering due to medical technology of the Space Federation. However, the memory of 148 people with advanced bodily mutations has been lost, along with the memory cells of the brain tissue, and part of it is due to the effect of restoring from the backup data stored in the medical center at the 901st base. It is said that a defect will occur. 1 month has passed since the attack. It has become clear that the rank of Earthlings in the Space Federation is inevitably lowered. The reason is the loss of Douglas Dust, Harold Hiranishi. According to an analysis by experts from the Earth government, the rank of Earthlings will be downgraded from the current 129th place to the 132nd to 135th place. What does this mean? I don't know what this means. What does it mean that our rankings, the ranking of humanity, is being degraded? Look, it's... There's more. There's more. Hold on. I think that if we're going to have more, I need music. Let's get some music going on here. Earth Government Frame of Reference, 2659, I'm sorry. The year has changed, and the Earth Government Standard System is 2659. 3 months have passed since the attack. There was finally progress on the bullet holes. The involvement of the weapons trafficking organization of the Nvimitsis, a race that is a member of the Space Federation, was revealed by a leak from a person concerned. Here is the outline of the crime of the weapon trafficking organization in Makemake. Weapon trafficking organizations have been hiding in Makemake for several months before the attack, focusing on the biological weapon Aku. There was an incident at Base 901, and Aki invaded the building. The people in the organization took advantage of the turmoil and infiltrated the base to get a better idea of the situation. Then, the employees may have changed and lost their reason. The weapons trafficking organization hurriedly switched the target from abuse to a mutant, captured a total of 83 bodies, and left Makemake before the rescue team arrived. The government of Nivimizits denies involvement with the weapons trafficking organizations. In addition, he reported to the Space Federation that he had detained all members of the weapons trafficking organization involved in the abduction of Earthlings and executed them on the same day. I plan to close the curtain with this, but the Space Federation cannot be convinced. The Earth government has demanded that the government of Nivimizits return the abducted missing persons as soon as possible. Earth government frame of reference, April 2659. Evidence was found that the Nivimizits government was leading a weapons trafficking organization, but the Nivimizits government was dismissed as a forgery by an anti-government organization. In addition, 83 Earthlings abducted by weapons trafficking organizations have all died, according to a survey. The Earth government demands the returns of the remains, but the Nivimizits government refuses. Earth government frame of reference, June 2659. The rank of Earthlings in the Space Federation has dropped from 129th to 135th. Earth government frame of reference, July 2659. Starship Iwamachi, finally, which has been navigating the solar system for 50 years, has finished its role. Starship Iwamachi is known to have been boarded by the late Melissa Hume on her way to the dwarf planet Makemake. After retirement, it is planned to be sold to the corporate entity Future Freezing, and used as a residential colony for worm-type races. The Earth government has announced that it will embark on a full-scale extermination of the dwarf planet Makemake. With support from the Space Federation, 60 guards will be dispatched. Brian Chambers, an Earthling youth, is one such guard. Earth government frame of reference, September 2659. The Earth government has declared that it recognizes human rights for androids with a UALP test of 85 points or higher. It is recommended by the Machinery and Life Management Bureau of the Space Federation and aims to raise the rank of Earthlings as much as possible. It grants human rights to Brian Chambers' lover's android, Janie. Earth government frame of reference, 2660. Evidence showing the relationship between the Nevetsmiths government and the weapons trafficking organization was found one after another, and it is no longer possible to escape. It was revealed that a parasite caught by Make was brought into the artificial life laboratory of the satellite Shahate of the planet Nevetsmiths, and research on the mechanism of invisibility is being conducted. The Space Federation tells the Nevetsmiths government to immediately freeze research and dispose of the research materials. He ordered the investigation team to be dispatched. Government of Nevetsmiths is ready to respond. Earth Government Frame of Reference, February 2660. Finally, the Nevetsmiths government was severely punished. The rank of Nevetsmiths will be demoted from 117th to 140th. In addition, he was ordered to ban the use of wormholes managed by the Space Federation, and to pay compensation equivalent to 3 trillion yen to the Earth government. Due to the lower rank of Nevetsmiths, the rank of Earthlings moves up from 135th to 134th. A research team dispatched by the Space Federation to Shahate confirmed the closure of the Artificial Life Research Institute and the freeze on research. The parasites brought in had already been disposed of and were not recovered. Earth Government Frame of Reference, April 2660. Janie got a job at Future Freezing. The place of employment will be Starship Iwamachi in the orbit of Herschel. Thus, Brian Chambers boarded the shuttle at the end of the week and went from Make to Herschel. Earth Government Frame of Reference, May 2660. Brian Chambers and Janie are engaged. Earth Government Frame of Reference, June 2660. Government of Nevetsmiths leaves the Space Federation. Earth Government Frame of Reference, September 2660. A starship belonging to the government of Nevetsmiths bombards a 40-meter class parent of a worm-type race swimming in space. Worm-type races are serious. Furious that they don't joke around. Furious at this, the Space Federation uses crustal liquefaction weapons against the mother star of the Nevetsmiths people, Nevetsmiths, in retaliation. One of the continents sank into the sea, killing an estimated 2 billion people. Earth Government Frame of Reference, October 2660. A tourist satellite operated by a tribe Taya Gardner, like from Yu-Gi-Oh? I mean, but that's the English name. That's not the Japanese name of the character. A tourist satellite operated by a tribe, Taya Gardner, who is a member of the Space Federation, is suddenly attacked by a horde of aliens and causes great casualties. Immediately, the government of Nevetsmiths declares that it is in retaliation for the attack on the mother planet. It is probable that the method of sending biological weapons directly to the attack target using transfer technology initiated the Make attack. The Space Federation declares that it is currently at war with the government of the Nevetsmiths. Furthermore, it is suggested that the starship of Government of Nevetsmiths may be equipped with a cloaking device developed by applying the mechanism of invisibility of parasites. In other words, it may be because of the cloaking device that the starship of the government of Nevetsmiths was able to secretly invade the Taya Gardner system and reach a distance where biological weapons could be transferred to tourist satellites. Earth Government Frame of Reference, 2661. Earth Government Frame of Reference, July 24th to 5th, 2661. This is inside the shuttle rushing towards Herschel. Brian Chambers, taking a nap in the cockpit, was struck by the sound of a loud siren.
Emergency communication! Please respond!
And a translucent Janie is projected in front of Brian.
Good! Connected! Brian! It's an emergency!
Janie looked behind her in a hurry and continued talking with her voice down a bit.
Iwamachi is being attacked!
Attacking? Isn't the Nevetsmiths people attacking?
Suddenly, it seems that a large number of monsters have been transferred to the ship. It's the same technique as when the Taya Gardner tourist satellite was attacked last year, so maybe...
Damn! Nevetsmiths! Me! That's what the translation says. Brian looks at the clock. It's about 30 minutes to arrive at Starship Iwamachi. Janny, calm down. That's not how it's been translating her name as Janie. Janny, calm down. What happened to the other staff?
I think everyone has escaped. I was diagnosing the emotional unit and late in noticing the incident on the ship.
Janie was sad. I have that kind. This is not in quotes. This is just a narration. Janie was sad. I have that kind of expression. It's not unreasonable because only one person was left behind. Did you contact the Federal Rescue Team?
I've been contacted, but I've been told that it would take an hour and a half to arrive.
I'll be arriving in 30 minutes. I also have a state-of-the-art Federal-issued gun on the shuttle. It's a bruise that can be defeated with a single blow. I don't... It's probably meant to say that it's a bruiser and you can kill anything with it with a single blow. Not we could be killed in a single blow, but that is actually how the game works.
Okay, come to help early, Brian. I'll contact you again if anything happens.
Communication is lost. Brian hurriedly puts on his spacesuit and contacts Base 901. The case of Starship Iwamachi has already been reported, and it seems that he was just trying to contact Brian. The figure of the director is projected in front of me.
So, Brian, there's very bad news.
What?
Iwamachi, but it seems that the suicide bombing sequence was activated for confidentiality.
Brian doubted his ears. Is it true? Among which there were still Janie, survivors left by our you? Survivors to the ship, and should not be possible. Such as the self-destruct... Oh, this translation's falling apart. Let me read the sentence again. Is it true? Among which there are still Janie, survivors left by our you, survivors to the ship, and should not be possible. Such as the self-destruct sequence is activated.
Janie thing, even here. I know. It seems to be your fiancé. It was certainly in September 2 years ago that Android was granted human rights. Iwamachi remains an older protocol and hasn't been updated.
That's right. That is, didn't you consider Janie a survivor?
Yes?
What the hell? Brian lost his word for a while.
Well, that's why the director...
I don't know who's talking here. I think Brian is. Well, that's why the director. How much time is left before the suicide bombing?
When the suicide bombing sequence was activated, there was 90 minutes remaining. 20 minutes have passed since then.
Suddenly, an emergency the communication siren sounds. I'm sure it's Janie. Okay, I'll disconnect the communication once. Janie's appearance is projected in place of the director. Jannie, are you... The name is usually spelled Janie, but sometimes Brian says it Janny. Jannie, are you safe?
Yeah, it's safe. You changed into a spacesuit. Iwamachi wanted to tell you to change into a spacesuit because the life support system is currently unstable.
Continues Janie.
I'm going to move to the lower floors now. The lower floors are a maze of living spaces for the worm race, so it's convenient to hide.
Okay, do that.
I'll register the location information in the navigation system. When I enter the living space of the worm race, I'll check the console.
Let's join immediately. Brian said that the self-destruct sequence of Starship Iwamachi was activated. I decided to hide what I did to Janie. What?
I'm waiting. Be careful with Brian, too.
Telling Brian to be careful with Brian. It took less than 10 minutes to arrive at Starship Iwamachi. And that is the story of Starship Iwamachi. Look, I was completely wrong. I was thinking this game didn't have that much story compared to Close Your Eyes. I was completely wrong. There's like an entire epic written for backstory for the Starship Iwamachi. This game is all about Brian in his spacesuit and his bruise of a gun, trying to search for his android fiance. Well, no, wife. They got married. Android wife. I guess that was the survivor. That's why she's not wearing a spacesuit. She's an android. She doesn't need to wear the spacesuit. She's hiding in where the worm aliens are. And that, there is... so backstory. So much. That was the prologue. I'm just gonna briskly skim over the controls. Just to see if there's anything that I should know. Okay, it does. There is a page here that does explain what those options are at the beginning. So yeah, okay. So there's different different power-ups that we can based on that list at the beginning. Just want to see a bit here. There is an escape pod ejection room. At the end of the stairs leading to the lower layer is escape pod injection room. There are many escape pod ejection rooms scattered throughout the ship. However, most of them do not have the essential escape pods due to poor maintenance. The location of the escape pod ejection room is displayed on the map. The presence or absence of an escape pod is unknown. You can check if there is an escape pod without stepping into the lower layer. You can tell by the presence or absence of the part surrounded by the green frame in the image on the right. So there is a visual cue about whether or not there is an escape pod without actually having to step down into where the escape pod is, which is good. It's a good thing that you can do that. Let's see. Something I mentioned to the chat at the beginning. According to this website, Mukago Software Development still uses XNA. The XNA was the framework that was used for Xbox Live indie games. The idea was you could make a game for both Windows and Xbox, like a combined unified architecture for game dev. I mean, it's not used anymore. Like it's not current, but according to the system requirements section of this webpage, still uses XNA. Mukago Software Development has a dev environment that they like and they want to use, and they're continuing to use it. This game is compatible with Windows XP. The description of the game on the main website is, if you go to rescue the lover who was left alone in the starship attacked by a vicious enemy with a gun in one hand, you can find the lover and survive from the hellish ship. I wonder... The maze-shaped interior of the ship is automatically generated, so it changes every time you play. Walls, etc. can be destroyed with a gun. Over time, the ship will be eroded by blood and flesh. So it says. Well, I kind of wonder... what else is that? What could there be in the game? Aside, maybe there's more levels of the same kind of game. Like, considering that this is a demo and not a full game, and there has to be more than just taking Janny to the escape pod and sending her out. Like, there probably has to be other levels, but I don't know that for sure, because all we've been doing here is playing this demo. We were unable to save Janny or Android what? Look, now that you know who these characters are and their backstory, aren't you compelled to get them a happy ending? Of course you are. Of course you're now emotionally connected, bonded even to Brian and Janny, and you feel that you need to buy Starship Iwamachi from Mukago Software Development and ensure their happy ending. That's our look at a very special game from a very special developer.